Hey, welcome to the Blind Eye Podcast. Tonight we're going to be talking about the cast of the Suicide Squad that was recently announced by DC Comics. I'm going to be your host tonight, Joshua Pena.
I'm April.
I'm Matt.
And tonight's special guest is going to be...
I'm Chris.
And it's going to be... Oh, sorry. Okay, episode number 20.
Woo!
Woo!
Woo.
There you go. So, recently announced from DC Comics, as I said before, Suicide Squad has previously released a release date for the film, which is in 2016, right?
Yes.
And they had also recently released a cast list for the primary characters. Characters being the Joker, Deadshot, Rick Flag, Harley Quinn, Boomerang, or was it
Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang, and Enchantress.
If you want to be so inclined about technicalities, yes.
I think he
There will
deserves a
be
little...
people.
He
There will be
deserves a...
people.
There will be people who be like, wait a minute, hold your horses. That's Captain there.
Not Admiral, not General. Captain.
Yeah,
Captain.
that's what adds the dignity to that name.
I mean, it's the fan base. This is what you get. Like,
Yes.
it's any fan base, you're going to get those people who are going to be super technical. They're like, hold on, that's not how you say it. Like, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Moving on.
moving on.
So, who's going to be playing these characters? From the list that we had compiled there that was released, the Joker will be played by Jared Leto. Deadshot will be played by Will Smith. Rick Flag will be played by Tom Hardy. Harley Quinn will be played by Margaret Robbie. Captain Boomerang.
Hey, there you go.
Will be played by, Jai Courtney?
Oh, I'm glad you can read. I'm sorry, but you look like you were having trouble there.
Yeah, do you want to confirm? Did I pronounce it right?
Oh, I do not know. Jai Courtney?
Yeah,
Or
Jai
Jay
Courtney. Jay Courtney. I'll say that. Jai?
Probably.
Maybe.
Someone on the internet, please correct me. I don't know.
Correct him, because he can't speak English.
English. No.
Remember, we have a camera.
I know we do. We have a camera now.
Oh, yeah, it's our first video podcast.
First
Yeah!
video podcast. Yay!
Woo!
Ah. And then finally, Enchantress will be played by, Cara Delevingne.
Mm-hmm.
So, any thoughts on the cast list?
It was definitely an interesting gallery of faces to see. No pun intended, since it is a gallery. Anyway, moving on. Ignore me.
On IMDb, you see pictures of faces.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's literally a gallery. So anyway, Will Smith, you usually see him as like the good guy,
No,
or
you always see him as the good guy.
You see him as a
That's
charismatic guy.
well, can you really say that After Earth was a good guy, despite how bad it was?
After,
I never watched it, but
that was literally...
playing a good guy, wasn't
He was a good guy. In
No,
that.
but he was a dick father. That's why.
he? That doesn't make him.
He
not
was
a good guy.
emotionless. It was literally picturizing or imagining a person with the elimination of all.
No, I
emotion.
think that falls into like the whole entire anti-hero, because
Mhm.
anti-heroes don't stick to just good or bad. Or vigilantes, they just do whatever they want. So I think in that movie he was just, I'm going to be a dick to my son, but then also, try
So
to do
you
the right
think
thing.
him playing Deadshot would be a good, I guess, an accurate depiction of what his range as an actor is? Since Deadshot is in its essence an anti-hero to some degree. He's an
Yeah.
assassin. He's a sniper.
He has no allegiance to whether good or
Mhm.
bad, right?
No, he has his tendencies like any other. I'm assuming similar to Marvel, where they have their allegiances with the good and allegiances with the bad.
Right.
In this case, the depiction is bad.
Mhm.
So he's probably going to be like that. Probably that second command to Rick Flag.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
All right.
You think he has the chops to be the dick?
Do
Will Smith speaking.
Of course. Yeah, I think he's charismatic to be, or he has the actor. Oh, what?
I don't know about that, man.
Okay. Well,
Because no matter what, he's always likable.
That's true.
He's
That's
always likable. In Wild Wild West, he was a dick. He was the character was a dick. It's written to be an asshole, and that's the way he did it. And no matter what, even though he did it fine, he's still lovable.
Yeah,
So-
I liked him in that movie.
yeah, but he was the main protagonist in that. He was written to be likable.
Yeah. Wait, what was that one movie where he did play a superhero and then
Hancock.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was
The-
also written
He
to
was
be a
purposely written to. Yeah, you're right. He was
dick, but
purposely.
he was also likable.
Yes.
Because you saw that development as a character from being a dick to aspiring to be someone who's admiral or
you saw that he's flawed. That was the whole point of the character, was that he was flawed. He wasn't perfect. He was
human.
Yeah.
Although he wasn't
Human.
human.
He had the human qualities.
Yeah,
It was
he
a
had
meta-human.
Yeah, probably. He had humanistic qualities that made him flawed, and the character himself portrayed himself as an asshole, but even still, he came off as likable. So, can he be a bad guy or just an unlikable character? I don't think he can. I don't think he has it within him. Denzel Washington could.
Yeah, he could. Have you guys seen the animated Assault on Arkham, which was the Suicide Squad essential movie for the DC animated universe? Lawton, or Deadshot in this case, was in fact a very likable character, despite him taking charge of that particular squad and just basically taking charge, taking names, and just butchering whoever got in his way.
But what about him created that likableness? Was it his attitude? Was it his morals that he may have had? I personally didn't see the movie.
Okay.
But what aspect did you find redeeming in him? Where you're like, oh, I want that character to live, or I want this character to succeed? Because ultimately, that's what we pretty much say in our head when we have a likable character. We want him to progress into the next story.
Well, when you first get introduced to Lawton in the animated movie, is sort of like a little tie-in with his daughter. Mm-hmm. Everything he's doing is sort of like, oh, I'm only doing this so that my daughter can go into like a good future and whatnot. So he's pushing his family.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first little thing you learn about him. The more you progress into the movie is basically him doing his job, making sure people do their job and keep their roles. So he's basically putting down the hammer on people. And then you learn more. He's doing this so that he can get out of that squad and get eventually everyone out of the squad so that they can basically be free of Amanda Waller's, Iron Fist. So he's doing it. He's being a dick to them while trying to pull a fast one on Waller. So he's being like the evil mastermind, and you're like, oh, so he is in fact a good guy despite being a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
So you think Will Smith might put back that into the live action.
Mm-hmm. I still have faith in Will Smith. He has played a wide range of characters, including the ones that you guys had just listed off. One of my favorite roles, contrary to what other people might think, was I Am Legend.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think he pretty much touched just about almost every spectrum of a character could be. He had his down moments, he had his intense moments, he had his funny moments. There were some chuckles in there, but I think he's up to it.
All right.
I mean, the one I'm very curious about seeing is Jared Leto, because he hasn't acted in a while. His last movie came out, I think, this previous year.
It was Dallas Buyers Club.
That one was a very dramatic one. I think the closest one, in this kind of like genre of a movie, was like the sci-fi one that really it was called Mr. Nobody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was. I didn't really watch it, but it looked
like early 2000s. I remember us talking about it earlier.
Yeah, it just didn't. To me, I just see it as an experiment. But for right now, like him being, well, I read he was rumored to be the Joker.
Well, it is in fact confirmed he is the Joker, but
okay.
It's the matter of how he'll portray the Joker.
That's true.
That's a heavy shoe.
Well, he's a character actor himself, so he can probably delve into the character very well, despite me not knowing any of his past works.
The question is, though, what kind of Joker is he going to play?
They were rumors spreading that they may do prosthetics so that he's a more comic book Joker.
More comic book Joker.
Yeah.
Like the New 52 kind of comic book, or how? What?
More sort of like
Not the ripped face Joker.
No.
Right?
Okay. More like the Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke. Okay.
Where it's sort of like you got the cheeks and the really maybe elongated chin.
Yeah.
That's like.
He has a very sharp looking face.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what you're going.
More
for.
sharp, so they're gonna exaggerate a lot of his features, but with that may come a loss in some of the seriousness, or some maybe added on I don't know. Some people are saying it's going to be hard to follow Heath Ledger.
I think it's so hard because for these characters, there's so many different ways these characters were built and designed to look that as live action, I think that's always hard for like taking it from the comic books or books and bringing it into, you know, the screen, because it's like, for example, Batman or, you know, Superman, those are very like, I want to say controversial, but they're very like sensitive topics because everybody's like, well, how are you gonna make him look like? How are you gonna make him act? Like, you know, they want to make sure, like, if Jared Leto is gonna be the Joker, how is he gonna be the Joker? Is he gonna one up Heath Ledger, or is he gonna be like Jack Nicholson, like Tim Burton style? Like, there's just so many aspects. Or if they're gonna go through the comic way, they're like, well, if he's gonna do that, then, you know. Same thing with Harley Quinn. There's so many different Harley Quinns that...
But is there? I mean, Harley Quinn started in the animated series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was so popular, that which created her own comic book line.
Yeah.
So there's only... I don't really think that there's going to be so many things you can do with Harley Quinn, so much as you're a little bit psychotic.
Well, yeah, I think she has to be a little psychotic.
She has to be. She's dating.
You gotta think for the
Just
Joker,
had
there's
that,
something
but-
wrong up there.
She's just got daddy issues. That's all that
Is
she is.
Is that- really?
Yeah.
Well, she is a psychiatrist after all.
She well now he was he was a thought. Somebody told me or rumored to me that she had faked her doctorate to be a psychiatrist to get into
Arkham?
Arkham.
No.
That's
No.
a false rumor.
Yeah, I would think somebody would check up on that.
Fact checker, please.
Check
No,
her.
I'm saying like, in the comic themselves. I would think that somebody would.
I mean, it could be one of those conspiracies
Yeah, that's
that
true.
weird people just develop.
She
but-
just didn't seem effective when she was doing her job. That's all I'm saying. She
Well-
fell for one of the most psychotic
How
characters in
effective
Arkham.
is that place to begin with?
Arkham? Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
yeah, it's
They
not.
get out every other.
That's a joke. It's like,
So-
really? But I mean, I'm excited. It's really hard to say because, I mean, I haven't seen the animated movie, nor have I read much of the new versions of the comic books and everything. So it's just like, for me, it's like my expectations aren't high. I always try to keep a good, you know, moderate expectation. Be like, this just better be good because I'm paying like, you know,
$15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
15 X amount of money and sitting there for like 2-3 hours. This better be good,
Mhm.
kind of thing.
Not to mention, I don't think we've seen any work of the character, well, the person playing Harley Quinn. I've never heard of this person whatsoever.
What was her name? It was Margot Robbie.
She's probably done some works, but I personally don't know of any.
Someone told me that she was in Wolves of Wall Street, and she was the
Oh, she was a side character.
she was a side character,
Yeah,
and that's
she
where
was a big
everybody recognized her.
Yeah.
Somebody told, I think I heard it from some other website that is this character and with the actor just considered to be what's it called, fan something,
Yeah.
Fan service?
fan service.
Really?
They said yes, 100%.
You
yes.
had problems coming up with fan service.
Sorry.
Come on, dude.
Sorry.
Um,
But yes or no, fan service? Do you want
Harley Quinn. Okay, Harley Quinn is a
with
big...
that an attractive artist, an actress? There we go.
Okay, I don't know how attractive she is. Harley Quinn isn't really meant to be eye candy. Yes, she is eye candy, but she's supposed to be one of the better masterminds
She became eye
within...
candy after the release of Arkham, video game thing.
Are meant to be a smart, sort of like a not sidekick, because she's one of the members, but she's not eye candy. She's just there.
she's a supplementary character.
She's meant to be a key player within Suicide Squad. She's a reoccurring character, just like Deadshot, just like Boomerang. Most of these characters are reoccurring characters within the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that they're bringing her is actually it was big news at the time, and it's still big news because we don't know how she's going to be portrayed.
Outside of the animated series, she's never really had any multimedia.
Has there been a live action version of Harley Quinn?
Possibly, and most of
Somewhere.
them may have been fan made. I have no idea if anything else outside, like Warner or anything like that.
Well, I mean, I would only want to consider like, you know, actual production. Not saying that like indie movies aren't actual productions, but I mean, in the sense like, yeah, I'd rather, because the first thing that goes in my head of like multiple characters was the Tim Burton Batman with all the characters that they dumped
Yeah.
into the storyline.
Not only dumped into the storyline, but dumped down the sewer.
That's true. So, but I don't think there has been. I think it's just been all animation.
It has.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Revolution. Hardly life.
it's true.
And
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna move on to a different character.
All right.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say most of those actors and actresses, just actors. Most of those actors are very B celebrities. They're not A-listers. Like the only ones I would know is Will Smith and Jared Leto, from my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know Tom Hardy?
Oh yeah, I do know Tom Hardy. There you go. I didn't think about that one.
I was gonna say, speaking of Tom Hardy, this is the first creation that I think in live action of Rick Flag, which is team leader of the Suicide Squad.
His name sounds like you gotta say it like Rick Flag.
Rick Flag.
Rick Flag.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is his first ever coming into the cinematic DC universe. So the fact that he's going to be a major player in the movie brings out a lot of the really dedicated comic book readers, because Rick Flag was the first person to lead the Suicide Squad. He was the first person that created Mission X, and not Mission X. And anyway, he's like the poster child for the Suicide Squad. Besides Amanda Waller would be number one. He would be number two. But we discussed that earlier. Tom Hardy already playing Bane and being a lot of other things. What would his contribution be? I mean, he's never really played a big role.
Aside from The Dark Knight Rises, we don't see much of Tom Hardy taking center stage or being of really much of a significance to the primary character list. Now he's a top line character who is an essential part of the Suicide Squad, and now lost my train of thought. Wow, sorry.
Okay. The only other
Fire.
movie that I can think of that he was somewhat of a major role in was the stupid romantic comedy of This Means War, where he was
Who was in that?
Yeah, he was the second person next to Chris Pine, I think was his name, next to Reese Witherspoon, and I think he has a slight accent. Would he get rid of that to have a more American feel?
Well, yeah,
because Rick Flag is very American.
But I mean, I don't think that's difficult. Most actors
can
Yeah,
very good with their voices.
Yeah. So, I mean, for example, look at Walking Dead, most of those actors are, British. So, I mean, for Tom Hardy to change his voice, I think it's perfectly fine. He's not Liam Neeson. So, come on. He's not him.
Or Connery.
Yeah, there you go. Sean
Connery.
Connery. Or anybody who has a very, very distinct... But see, the thing is, they would get hired for that distinct voice.
Yes, they would.
They wouldn't get hired to be like, hey, Liam Neeson, we really like you, but we're going to ask you to, totally not talk that way.
It's like saying, don't get Morgan Freeman to narrate anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can you sound more white or something? Can you just make
useless-
it lighten it
What
up?
was the most useless
It's
role that Morgan Freeman ever played?
The most useless?
Yeah, the most insignificant. There's not really many, because his voice is just gold.
Freeman?
Yeah.
Jesus. You can't even talk about Morgan Freeman without being in awe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, stop it!
No, he's always in the front. As far as the cast goes, he's always in the front.
Always in the front, yeah.
Anyway.
Speaking of not being in the front,
Who's not in the front?
Enchantress.
Enchantress,
True.
played by Cara. I said her name earlier. Delevingne. There we go.
Yeah.
She's a Victoria's Secret model.
Oh yeah, I'm not in the front.
People are saying
She's going to be that Poison Ivy from which Batman movie? Batman Forever.
Batman,
it was Batman and Robin.
There you go, yes. She's going to play
But
that. I feel like
that
she's
actress
gonna
played Kill Bill, and that was something or other.
Uma Thurman.
It's in the third.
No, I'm not talking about, I feel like that character itself is going to be...
Very vampy.
Yes, very...
Vampy, very campy.
Well, the name
it was
says
terrible enough in that movie, so they got to do it again.
I have no idea how they're going to make it in this one, but they're going to do it.
they're going to do it darker.
Well, the only two problems I have with this is that, one, we have no prior knowledge of any acting abilities of hers, since she is only a model.
Well, hold on a second. Here's another example, kind of related. That movie where Queen Latifah was the taxi driver and like her car was. Is that it?
No. Taxi is De Niro.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
No, yeah, that's a Martin Scorsese movie.
That was
Wrong
like 1974.
Wrong movie.
The movie I was thinking, it's same movie I was talking about, not that one. The bad guys, the thieves in that movie were all Victoria's Secret actresses.
Oh, that's true.
Or models. All of them.
Oh.
That's true.
They
Oh,
were-
the one with Jimmy
they were all
Jimmy
models.
Fallon, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What movie?
It's called Taxi Driver.
That's what it is, yeah.
See, I had the first part right. Just didn't put driver.
Taxi Driver.
Taxi-
And Queen Latifah. And
She's the
Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
They were-
Hence saying they put a lot of Victoria's Secret models
The
in
Brazilian
it.
model.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No. No.
Okay.
Well, I from my perspective, I mean, it's all up in the air now. We don't even know how this movie's going to be shot. Like, how do you think they're going to shoot it? In my head, I feel like I really hope they try to do maybe something like Sin City,
Black
but
and
not
white?
make it.
No, not black and white, just the
Just like-
story itself.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
of the character wise, yeah.
The big noir side.
It makes it to me it makes it seem like it flows better that way. If they were to do it like Captain America or any of like the Avengers, or if Joss Whedon did any of this, I feel like it would maybe draw away from those characters.
Well, essentially, I'm assuming the movie is going to be a lot of just like espionage kind of thing, so it has to be kind of like that.
Espion.
Yeah.
It has to be a lot of, what am I trying to say?
What are you trying?
I don't know. I lost my thought.
Wait. What are you trying to say?
I don't know what am I trying to say.
There you go.
I don't know what I said.
What is it? Okay, Suicide Squad. They're going on suicide missions. I would not place a suicide mission in a domestic region. I would imagine that these missions are going to be taking place in exotic locations.
Oh, if anything, the first thing I thought of was like just bare desert.
Bare desert.
Bare
Nothing
desert.
is-
Like
So
there'll
There's
be
nothing there.
No, there's Arizona. Hey, we got a
That's
funny girl over here.
Wait, what'd you say? I didn't hear it.
Arizona.
There's nothing there.
You said bare desert. What do you want? The Sahara Desert?
It's Sahara.
Stop being so geographically choosy, okay?
Sorry.
But I mean,
Owned.
Whatever.
but I mean, in a sense, I don't know. It's really hard to say because there's nothing else out there. There's for us to go off besides.
They'll do a lot of top secret, higher than confidential level of assignments from the government.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of just sort of traveling around. But is it going to be one big mission or several smaller missions?
Movie-wise, it would make sense to be one big mission.
Yeah.
And you know what? Movie-wise, since considering it's going to be an introduction, first mission.
Yeah.
First mission together.
Yeah.
Forget their origin story because we don't know these characters. Who cares, right?
Well, you kind
They're
of have
gonna
a
do
little
it.
bit.
Yeah.
It might be some sort of like dialogue or maybe a small flashback. But what else could you possibly?
Do we need an origin story for these
For
characters?
some people who don't know what these characters are, yes.
Which is a lot of people.
But I say no because
Yeah,
it's,
a lot of people.
I know it's a
There's
lot of people. Oh gosh, I
It's
do.
a lot of people.
But I mean, in a sense, this movie is geared towards those really hardcore fans again.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're gonna go in there already knowing half the shit in there. They're gonna be like, I already fucking know what goes on. I just
You
want
know
to see
who
what
doesn't
they're
care?
doing.
Hollywood don't care.
That's true.
Hollywood don't care.
Hollywood don't care.
So you think they're gonna make it super shitty and make it cheesy and be like, oh, we hate
It
each
is
other.
Hollywood.
Let's come
It
together.
is Hollywood.
Ah.
He brings up a good point.
But
Yeah.
It is Hollywood.
It is Hollywood.
Hollywood.
You never know what's going to happen until it happens.
So it happens.
It's like, I wonder what we're going to do now. Oh, I
We
guess
said
we're
this
ruining
last-
that
We
movie.
said this last time. Like, why don't they just take someone,
Yeah.
anyone, from a comic book shop, take them into the boardroom of the Hollywood studio, tell them what it's like, tell them what it is,
Because that won't make money.
because that won't make money.
That's the simple
That's
answer.
why.
Because it won't make money.
I had a total random thought, but
What?
it struck me as if I was brilliant.
Go for it.
Another model that was used for acting purposes was Transformers: Dark of the Moon.
Oh yeah.
That one, the new love interest of Shia LaBeouf, and she was good. She was okay. She was
Meh.
okay.
Meh. Like
Yeah,
MEH meh.
Yeah, there were points where she was she was good, But she was
You're
just
laughing. You're laughing.
She was just meant to be eye candy.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be the
What the
replacement for
fuck?
Megan
What do you
Fox.
think that
Well,
Megan
I
Fox
mean-
was supposed to be?
Megan Fox was disgusting.
Okay, well, I mean, let's call it a spade because all those women on there are like super gorgeous. So it's like he just doesn't like her thumbs.
Can we make any reference to the people behind the camera?
Sure.
Because
Sign language. Sign language.
And behind the cameras we have Maddie, and working audio we have Josh, and twice now I'm looking straight at them and I made them just die laughing.
If you're gonna look at this, at least look at the camera, please.
Yes, hey, there you guys are.
Like, actually look at the camera, not at us.
But I have to look at you guys. You guys are so pretty together.
Anyway, we strode away from Tom Hardy. I think he's going to do a good job.
I agree.
I think he's going to do a fantastic job.
He did a badass job as Bane. I mean, a lot of people didn't like Bane.
I can't do it.
Do it. I was waiting for you to do it.
Don't do a Bane.
I can't do it
please.
very good. I
Everyone
can't do it
does
We
very
need a red cup or something.
You know who does a good
No.
Bane?
Who does a good Bane?
Greg.
Greg.
Greg does a good Bane.
We'll get him here later on. What was that movie? Lawless. He was good in that.
He was okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, how do you guys feel about this?
No.
Well, how do you guys feel about this shift of like characters that are starting to roll in this past year with like villains starting to get the spotlight? Like, example, Maleficent. There's other movies coming out later this year where you're gonna see like
What?
just bad characters, bad,
What's wrong with
considerably
Maleficent?
villains getting the spotlight. Because I mean,
Everybody's like the
Suicide
bad guy
Squad's
right now.
a very big group of villains,
Oh yeah.
quote unquote.
You should like that, right? You like writing for bad guys.
Yeah, everybody does.
So
What were
why
you-
not give the bad guy a bit of spotlight? You know,
No,
make
I have
him
no,
like
I have no problem with that. I
Okay.
question why the fuck did anybody think Maleficent was necessary?
She was like the
Movie.
baddest of the bad.
It's
and, like-
Disney. Disney will do
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
they
I
want.
know.
Well, in the Disney universe, who was
If-
worse than Maleficent?
If Disney wants to say June is
one.
May, June's
Scar.
gonna be May.
Oh,
I know.
it don't matter. They're all the same. It's just she had a stupider outfit.
Oh dear.
But I'm
Really,
just
that
saying, in a
outfit-
sense,
if that movie just did not need to be made, I'm totally all for movies, bad guys getting the spotlight and all that shit.
Mhm.
But I mean, dude's name is Captain Boomerang.
We haven't touched on Captain Boomer. Oh my god.
Captain
Come the
who?
fuck
What?
on.
What was his name? No, I'm just kidding. Captain Boomerang.
Boo. Boo. You killed the vibe.
Sorry.
How bad a badass are you if your name is Captain Boomerang?
Played by Jai Courtney. It's J-A-Y.
He could be played
It's
by
J.A.Y.
Mr. T,
Courtney.
dude. It don't
No,
matter.
it's J-A-I.
Okay, yeah, you're right. J-A-I Courtney. Sorry.
Because
Yeah,
apparently
it
you
don't
can't
matter,
speak
though.
English.
wouldn't that
Twice.
No habla inglés.
wouldn't that just be J?
It's J. Courtney.
Yeah. Why would you? Oh,
Well, Michael
Okay.
Jai White spells his name like that. J.
So
I think it depends.
It's, you know,
I thought it was Michael
depends.
J. White.
Jai.
I
It's
don't
Jai.
remember anything he's been in. I think he's been in a lot of small roles.
This guy, Jai Courtney.
Someone show me
Yeah.
a picture
Jai
of this guy.
Courtney.
J. Jai. Who gives
Jai.
a fuck at this point?
He's Captain Boomerang.
He's Captain Boomerang, and he's gonna be from down under.
Oh, shit.
oh, like Captain Planet. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Captain Planet.
I hope that he gets some good vibes from this movie.
Captain
Maybe-
Boomerang.
Yeah.
He's the Joker, not the Joker. He's the jokester.
Oh,
The
okay.
jokester.
He's
I
the
was gonna ask
jokester
that.
in the group.
I was actually going to ask, is he like the comedic relief?
He
Uh,
is. He's meant to be that guy who's that wisecracking asshole. He's supposed to be Hawkeye.
But you know, every
Oh, I like Hawkeye.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
you think you do.
You think you do.
Um,
really
you like,
don't.
no, yeah, you like Jeremy Renner, and everybody likes Jeremy Renner.
So we have
That's
a
crap.
We're being
correction.
waved. We're being waved.
For reference, Jai Courtney is actually Bruce Willis's son in the very last Die Hard,
Oh.
and he's also going to
I
be
didn't
in
see
the
that.
next Terminator.
Yeah.
You-
See,
you
that
like
means
Die
nothing
Hard,
to
though.
me.
Sorry.
Okay.
I still don't know
After
who
that
he is.
one, it's just like nope.
I saw the first one. I like the second one. I don't know. Oh yeah, the third one was with Sam Jackson, so that one's okay.
Okay.
I was like, I don't fucking care.
He's talking about Die Hard.
That's fine.
I didn't see Die Hard.
But we were
so-
saying earlier.
Yeah.
Um,
that guy's getting
Boomerang.
the spotlight.
but like every group essentially has that. There's the stern, hardcore guy.
Mhm.
There's the,
Flag.
there's the badass who
Mhm.
wants to go against the grain.
Deadshot.
Then there's like, you know, there's obviously some people who are just who has their own agenda but are using this group to get past everything to get their own agenda.
No, that's probably Deadshot.
Class clown.
That's mostly everyone.
That's a little bit of everyone.
Yeah, and
then
then
you-
there's the jokester.
Boomerang.
Yeah. So
Captain Boomerang.
and then you have this,
I'm,
Captain Boomerang.
it is just me. I want to go for the underdog. Go Captain Boomerang.
And then there's the ladies. The ladies are
Harley
also under
and Enchantress.
The-
they're also underdogs too.
Harley
so.
Quinn being
The more dominant.
Yeah.
and Enchantress.
I mean,
being
if you
the-
want to look at a mirror aspect, look at the Avengers. I mean, that's exactly the same setup. There's the hardcore guy. There's the badass. There's the female character, and then there's the jokester.
I think it's sad that the female character doesn't have a personality to contribute. She's just labeled as the female character.
It's hard to break past that.
That's
though.
Kriska talking.
No, it's not.
Hi, Chris.
I really thought about that. I really thought about that.
No hard feelings.
But
I love you. No choice for cast list. Instead of like these guys, who else would you choose to play in the Suicide Squad?
See, that's hard.
Really?
That's really hard. Well, at least for me.
Okay.
Because I'm not like a guy who can really analyze the actors and stuff. I'm just like, oh, I think this guy would pick up because the stuff he's done in the past looks good, like in terms of core character development. So
Right.
he'd be good.
But you know the characters more than I do.
That's true.
yeah.
So you name the personality of the character. You can name the actor.
Well, like I said before, I think that Denzel would probably be a better choice for
Deadshot.
He's
whatever his name is.
Excuse me for saying this, but he's too black.
Why?
Why? He's too dark. He won't fit the character role.
Did
That's-
I think
did you
everyone-
miss the Daredevil movie?
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Wait,
you
what?
missed it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
when
hated
they
it.
turned the Kingpin into
Michael
Clark
Dark.
Duncan.
But I liked him.
Everybody likes Michael Clark Duncan.
They
He's
needed a
fantastic.
fat white guy though. They needed a really fat white.
They needed a fat white guy who can like kick Daredevil's ass though.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but they went with Michael Clark Duncan.
just
I was
because
about to say-
he was
Okay.
bigger and more menacing. That's all. But Michael Clark Duncan's too likable. Moving on back to what we were talking about earlier.
Well, I'm just saying, man, Denzel would probably be a better bad guy because he was.
Denzel-
What was that movie, Men on Fire?
I think
Yeah.
so.
He was the shit in that.
Yeah.
He was
I think every movie he's been in, he's been the shit. Like,
pretty.
look at Flight.
remember-
He was like a raging alcoholic, but he was such a badass. You're just like,
I'm gonna fly this plane upside down, bitches.
Yeah.
What now?
yeah. So I mean,
Well, excuse me for expressing an opinion. You know.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean,
Let me see
but
this.
wouldn't this give? Well, no, wasn't this sort of? I don't know. He's still an older character. I was just thinking, like,
They need a younger face.
yeah, they should.
Denzel's too. He won't be able to fit it.
Well, hold
hold on a second.
He's
The description of
But
uh,
Will Smith doesn't age.
well, hold on. Yeah, he
He's
drinks-
found the fountain of youth.
No, he drinks the blood of virgins. There you go.
That's terrible.
I was gonna make a bad Scientology joke.
Don't. Let's not do
Let's
that.
not do that. We're not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Tom Cruise at the end.
No!
Ah,
That's two for you.
plane burning. We're crashing. Everyone, we are crashing.
Anyway, dear God, you did not just say that.
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't
All America, yeah.
He's supposed to be he's supposed to be so America that he is willing to mess his own like body up for the better good.
Yeah,
Whether it
okay.
be right or
For
wrong
America.
for America.
The guy who could play him would be that guy that was the comedian in Watchmen.
Oh, the guy that played what the hell was his
Yeah,
name?
no, I can't remember his name now.
I immediately went from Rorschach, but you were thinking of
No,
the
it's
comedian.
the guy who was-
Yeah, yeah.
The comedian. He'd be good. I actually think he'd be good.
No, it's okay.
You had thought.
No, I didn't have a thought.
Throw it down.
No, obviously my thoughts are bad.
Why?
Well, if you're gonna bring up Tom Cruise, yeah.
You know what? Tom Cruise is the Joker. That would be pretty good because he's
Huh.
got a really manic laugh, and he could just take that shit and just run with it.
Just
'Cause
visualize him. with
He's
a pale
already
face,
fucking crazy,
Yeah.
smiling
anyways.
like-
Yeah.
That'd be an
Well,
interesting pick. Yeah.
I think he could play characters that aren't like Tom Cruise stereotypical characters, like Jack Reacher and all those characters.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that
the
was
action
very
hero,
typical.
isn't it?
Yeah.
But he was
But-
badass as Jack Reacher.
But when
Holy
he was
shit.
in Tropic
haven't seen it
Thunder
yet.
and he played the manager,
That
like,
was funny.
he did. No one
He was-
realized it, but he was
yeah.
amazing.
He like just owned that shit in that movie.
Yeah.
as the whatever the manager did, or the producer.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
producer.
Yeah, he was just the shit as that.
You good? You sure?
It's Eddie Blake.
Eddie, who's Eddie?
Eddie Blake. That's the that's the character. That's not the actor who played him.
No help there.
Eddie Blake was the comedian.
Nice try.
Harley Quinn. You know, I had something a little while ago, and then I just kind of lost it. I can't think of who the hell should be Harley Quinn, but whoever it is, it's got to have that old 1940s way of talking like she did in
The animated series?
Batman's animated series.
It was almost like
Mr. J.
Mr. J. And all that shit.
Something like that.
Like
I just think of Christina Hendricks then, because she just seems
who's that?
from Mad Men, the redhead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I've never watched that.
I went back and forth, sorry.
I mean, it's hard. All these characters, it's just like everyone has a dream cast. So
What does Boomerang and Enchantress look like?
I can see if I can pull up a picture on my phone real quick.
Boomerang, I think he's got like long orange.
He's supposed to be like a
Got
brown
a trench, he's
orange
got a
hair
purple
with
trench
large-
coat. He's got just like
No,
little
it's-
mini boomerangs
you know
inside.
You know what? I might as well just pull up a picture.
Like, what is? Can I say it?
What?
Like batarangs. He's got like batarangs.
No shit. Yeah. That's my thing.
Captain Boomerang's
Is he-
in first.
Is that character actually supposed to be Australian, or is it just he digs boomerangs?
No, he's supposed to be Australian.
that's
It's based, yeah.
Is he the funny guy?
He's meant to be the funny guy.
Is he like a big built
No.
Guy Pearce? He's already Australian too. You get the accent for free.
Oh, there we go.
And Enchantress, I got nothing. I don't know who the hell that is.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah. He's got for those who can't see,
Yeah.
he's got a strap full of boomerangs. He's wearing a cap with a boomerang symbol on it. Red hair, sideburns going down, and he's just wearing like dark clothing. So trench coat, pants, maybe some slightly like steel covered boots and hand and
He
gloves
looks
and whatnot.
like a leprechaun carrying boomerangs. That's what he
Minus
looks
the green.
like. No,
Mine-
that's all green.
That's all green. You say?
yeah.
Oh wow,
green.
that's green.
Is it?
That's like a muted green, really.
Whatever, it's green.
Okay, fine, it's green.
Like, okay, this was Harley Quinn in the animated movie.
Okay.
Someone who plays with boomerangs has really hard problems letting go.
Ha
That's Captain Boomerang for you. Who else but Boomy?
Well, what about
She said that?
Enchantress?
No, I
Oh,
said.
okay, you said
Yeah,
that. Okay.
What about Enchantress? Who-
I mean,
What's that character?
first thing off, her name is Enchantress. Like,
That's gonna have a lot of heat.
She's got
with
to be
deep,
pretty.
Marvel
With
players.
Marvel is going to give him shit for that.
All she is a powerful sorceress. That's
Like
all
Scarlet
you get.
Witch?
Which
Just
is
like-
exactly what Enchantress is in Marvel.
Scarlet Witch.
But
Terrible.
Enchantress in Marvel is meant to be a Thor villain, is she not?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, she's not a Thor villain. She's in love with Thor. She
But she
works for.
teams up with Loki.
She
right?
works with Loki to humble Thor,
Okay.
but she really doesn't want
Oh, I
to
see
kill him
her.
because she just wants his Mjolnir.
I could take
Ignore
that.
me.
No,
Yeah,
I'm looking.
I got that, Chris. Yeah,
There you
I got that.
I don't know how X-rated you want me to get, so
No, that was perfect.
thank you. Yeah, I don't know what the hell she's supposed to look like. I don't know what the hell she's supposed to be personality.
She's got like a purple dress on or something, right?
No, she's wearing green.
She's supposed to be green. She's supposed to be green clad.
Oh, like
Also
in Marvel.
Like in Marvel.
Nice. Is she
Well,
blonde
you know-
also?
No, it's
Okay.
more. It's supposed to be like either
The
a
actor,
dark.
the actress is blonde though.
She may have to dye her hair.
They're
It's either gonna be a deep brown or like a really dark black.
burgundy.
Well, hold on, they didn't do that for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. April was supposed to be a redhead.
She's supposed to be a ginger.
She's supposed to have short hair too.
Well, I was
Gingers
watching
have
the
no
animated
souls.
series. It was like
Megan Fox.
long.
Oh my god.
I watched the real series.
Okay, fine.
What about the teenage TMNT?
Yeah.
TMNT.
Well, I was watching. Oh, never mind. I lost.
No, but I mean,
You lose.
look, the thing about characters and staying true to a character, you're never gonna please everyone. So it's like, what's the point of chopping off a girl's hair and dyeing it red? Still doesn't change her acting. Look at Tim Burton's Batman Forever and stuff. Like, look at what was it? And like Batman and Robin.
Okay.
All those characters looked exactly like the characters they should be, but they never
So personality.
Acted that
is what she
great.
like.
Okay.
Apparently, according to the little snippet that I just read,
Alright.
she is supposed to be mentally unstable,
Right.
and she's a regular person with mental instability that got taken over by an entity called Enchantress. By that, taking the name Enchantress.
So Psylocke. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or Dark Phoenix.
Or Dark
Or
Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix. It's
That
even
was a better one,
That's
yeah.
much better. Yeah.
Not to one up you, but
No,
I
no,
one
no.
up you.
That was good.
Whoa.
That was good.
Yeah.
Whoa!
That one up the hell out of me.
I'm gonna have to get out of here.
No, but I mean that's a good example. That's just like Phoenix and Dark Phoenix.
That was a better example.
Yes. What actress would play her?
Someone who'd be
It's a
able to.
model.
I don't know. I didn't read too much into her character. I just
There really isn't much to read into.
Yeah. A lot of these are like new breakout roles for these actors and actresses. It's different roles.
I feel like Enchantress was just thrown in there. They could have done other characters, and I think that one was just sort of like, we need another female role. This is too much of a sausage fest.
they should have done.
Well,
that
they're
with
gonna do
Avengers.
another Avenger.
They're,
Where it's just all
Well-
sausages.
yeah, they're putting in Scarlet Witch, but she's starting off on the wrong side.
That's true.
So
Yes.
You got it.
crap.
Nice try.
That wasn't it.
Brain fart. All right.
Shall we move on to the next question?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Isn't the next question why is it coming before JLA?
Yes. Why are we having a bad guy team up movie before the hero team up movie?
Just like I said again, it just that trend villains.
The trend of villains.
Yeah, everyone just wants to give the villains a spotlight before, because everything's been heroes. Like, you know, we've been getting all these movies, and I think it's just a good change up and a good change of pace to see something different.
He was saying something around the lines of the Suicide Squad's going to tie in with all the rest of the DC Universe movies, which is going to lead into a possible
Team
Justice
versus
League, not team versus team, a future Justice League conflict. The Suicide Squad
Yeah,
are not supposed to be involved with anything of the Justice
But they
League.
exist in the same universe as
Yeah.
these
yeah,
characters.
but you know,
The
DC,
Justice League is technically not supposed to know about the Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
but Batman is so much of a
Asshole.
hacker.
No, that's
Sense
badass
you
detective.
You
There
mean-
you go.
You just mean he's just obsessed, and he just, you know.
Yeah, how
He's not obsessed. He's looking under every corner.
But that's a
No,
characteristic
he's
of it.
obsessed.
He is
No.
obsessed. He
However,
is obsessed. with
however you
characters.
want to see Batman, however you choose to see Batman, he finds it necessary for him
which is awesome.
to look into things such as that.
Great
which is
job.
why only he is the sole outside person that
I'm
knows of the
sticking with
Suicide
my,
Squad.
sticking with my
Yeah.
position, Chris.
He's the only one that can hack into Amanda
I'm
Waller's
Press the
stuff.
button. I'm just gonna
Press the
button.
I mean-
press the button. Press the button.
I mean, in a sense,
Mhm.
for like everything to tie into each other, they always say that about every DC movie. It's gonna tie into each other. Having the same characters doesn't mean it's gonna tie in. That's what I feel like they think it's tying it in. That's what I feel, because it's like,
Marvel's did it better.
yeah, in a sense, Marvel did do it like more. I guess it flows better.
They dropped the ball with mutants though.
Yeah.
Well, they sold it to Fox, so they
Yeah,
can't
I
do
know.
anything about
That's
it.
when they dropped the ball.
That's when they dropped.
Well,
Well, they didn't know they were. Oh yeah, they did.
that's the same thing. That's what the same thing that happened with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball real hard on that one.
Yeah,
Sell
they
this
did.
to you, Sony. Please take it. Just take it.
Sony's never gonna let that go.
And we're getting flagged over here. What are we? Oh, really? Okay, cool.
All right.
We're hitting that mark.
We're in that mark.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I guess this is lasting.
Final
Marks.
thoughts for everyone, I suppose.
I think that this team up is because it's a new group that we don't really have much backstory or much prior knowledge to these characters. It's a response to, this is my opinion again, to the Guardians of the Galaxy release.
Wow, that's such a tongue twister there. I almost lost you there for a second.
Do you need me to say it again?
No. I don't want you to strain yourself.
Do you need me to say it again?
No.
If you feel so
Be
inclined.
the boss, man. Say it.
I just love messing
what
with
is
you,
it?
man.
What does it have to do with Guardians of the Galaxy, though?
Because Guardians of the Galaxy was also a third tier superhero group that wasn't really well known amongst a majority of people.
And technically, they were all villains.
Yeah.
But it, as
Yeah.
themselves, as their own, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then again, see,
misfits,
they did that
really.
thing.
They were misfits.
Outcasts.
Every group is a misfit.
They were criminals.
Yeah, every group is in
With
this.
good
group.
intention?
Doesn't matter if you're
Oh,
a
okay.
criminal, then you're a criminal.
Is Star-Lord technically a criminal?
Yes.
Yeah,
He joined a criminal
he's a
group.
thief.
He
joined
He's a
pirates.
professional thief.
Okay.
Yeah, he joined pirates.
Okay, because there's more than one, story that people create. So I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page.
Yeah.
See, again, it's just that change of pace of everybody wanting to see, quote unquote, villains. Changed up the whole entire lineup of the heroes.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I mean, all those hero movies are big blockbusters and everything. So, I think this movie. I'm excited for this movie. I don't know what my expectations are, but I'm excited. It's something.
Would you go see the midnight premiere?
I would. I would probably wait next day. If not,
Next day.
I would actually wait next weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd wait a couple days. Yeah. I'd wait a couple. I go on Sunday.
7 days is a couple days.
Fine. We'll go all together on the next Friday. The
Field
following
trip.
Friday.
Yes.
You're going.
Fuck you.
So,
Fuck DC Comics. Hell no. Unless they show in that movie somebody like blows up fucking Aquaman and Superman and Batman. If they do that, then I'll be like, yeah, alright, I'm in. I like this movie now, but I got boomerangs. Great.
We'll end on that.
Good.
We'll end on that.
I got boomerangs.
I got boomerangs. I can
Alright.
tackle the world.
Alright.
Yes.
No. You made me do it. Okay.
Okay, we're over at Mark and
We'll see you guys next week. I'm your host, Joshua
Bye.
Pina, joined with
April.
Matt.
And Chris.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
See you again.
Hey, this is Joshua Pina.
Joshua Carling.
And Matt Kamora.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Blind Eye Podcast. This episode has been brought to you by West Coast Comics. Check them out at westcoastcomics.net. Every week they upload 2 new pages, one on Monday and then one on Friday, of their premiere comic, LA Crazy Town. Check them out at westcoastcomics.net. Let's do awesome together.
Give us a thumbs up if you liked today's episode. Leave a comment if you want us to cover something in a future episode. And for more episodes, be sure to subscribe. We upload one every week.
And for other Blind Eye news, be sure to follow us on Facebook to keep up with our other productions currently in work.
And we'll see you guys next time.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.